Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Dmitry back again. In this video, we're going to talk about how to improve your credit score. Credit scores are generally, just to understand that what it is just a score for financial institutions on what to understand on how you deal with the money. So I'm giving you perspective for financial investor or financial just regular guy in real estate investment platform, like just game and just in general day-to-day operations. So that's pretty much how I see the credit score as a tool to get you somewhere, instead of being that amazing or just annoying tool. It's just basically a score. So to understand that, I personally, when I came to the United States, I did not know squat about the credit score. I thought why it exists. So for me, when I understood hey, there's a financial institution that actually check those things out to see how you deal with the money, and then I was well, this is great to see how the credit score can change your pretty much perspective of where you can get in terms of financial, what can you qualify for. So first, credit scores are just, we need to understand what it is, right? We just talked about it. It's like a thing that people check you out upon in terms of financial hygiene, financial breakdown, financial, sort of speak, your habits and abilities. Well, you can't it's just you come and you say, hey, I'm good with the money. Obviously, they only just have your word for it. But in credit score system, that's where they see you spending things on time, you paying things on time, you're spending this and you paying this, you're getting this amount and you're paying this amount. So that is a great subject or great habits that you can see or can provide to financial institutions, saying, hey, I'm good with the money in that sense. Two, the financial institution needs to understand, hey, if you get in with the money understanding perspective is good, you can qualify for better deals. And they actually see basically when you're purchasing a house, sometimes as an investor, real estate agent, sometimes when you check out qualifying person and stuff like that. So for me, I've been in both sides of the aisle. I've been being checked upon, and I was checking other folks that to my future clients in terms of their credit score system and stuff. So as I was in those perspectives, now as I can see, I can share with you that you see that score system that, hey, this is what it is, this is what you get. So they've been paying on time or not on time or things like that. They get all breakdown for you, the financial things that who run the financial system, that for the purpose of checking the credit score system, there's a fee involved and all that. But from the perspective of for example, investor or landlord, you will see other people's credit score, because you need to evaluate your future tenant. You need to understand, hey, is this tenant paying on time or not on time? So this is a great system in terms of how you think about that. And then, hey, if you wanna give somebody a place to live in and rent out the property to them, and understand, hey, from my perspective, hey, are they going to pay me or not to pay me? It's simple as that, right? So, but from the perspective of the tenant, or actual person who will be living in there, you will be okay. So hey, this is what I do, this is what I can and this is the score system that can prove it to you, because there was a third party who checked on me over time, and they've been tracking those things in place. So it's a great system. So two is the understanding that if you're paying on time, your credit score will be getting higher. It's just a fact. If you pay everything on time, you pay the credit score, credit cards and everything like that on time, every month, every now and then, not every now and then, but every time on time, you will be in the real good shape. That's another thing. Three, if you want to really fast track on that, and that is really not dangerous situation, but you want to check those things. And then if you trust the person, for example, if you're a family member and things like that. So for example, that happened to me. And that's just a prime example of how quickly push forward your credit score thing, the score basically. And for me, it was it's always been advised by my mortgage professional. That's what I've done, and that's the results were phenomenal. And I don't think that anything was bad or anything on that sense. So I don't really see that. But anyway, so what I've done is that we and my mom was live here for a little bit, and I wasn't living that long here, so but she already had the great credit score. And when we were going to qualify for a house, for example, right? So we went ahead, and then we were like, hey, we want to qualify for, like, you know, as both incomes, two incomes, right? Like mine and hers. And then when we done that, we were like, oh, you don't have a credit score. The mortgage agents told me. I was like, yeah. I was like, and then they were like, oh yeah, you know what? So that's what you need to do. Hey, go ahead and tell the bank or whatever financial institution that you have a credit card with, put your son, or like me here, and then they put them as a, you know, trustee or a trustful person who can also, like, you know, the second spenders and like that, you know, kind of additional person on the credit card. So they basically, and then what happens was they issue extra credit card. So basically they put my name and my social security number, which is, we can I will touch upon a little bit. They put those informations into her account, and that's how it fast tracked, like basically in a couple of, I think, weeks. It was like bam, because they said, oh, we see your history here with, like, you know, it's kind of like shared history becomes. And then that's where they're like, oh, we see you have the same history all of a sudden. And they're like, bam, your credit score it's like fast tracks up like it. And then I had no idea that thing works like that. It was great. But like I said, it's be careful about those, like, you know, who you put on the credit card, because they basically have the ability to go and ching, like, you know, all do that. Since I wasn't doing that really, pretty much I was just like nothing at all. I was just been playing there. For me, it was a great to share that historic values, historic just spending with my mom, and then that just fast tracked it's basically became the same credit score, but over time now I got another credit card, so now I get spending, even though that history is already there, still there. I start spending on my own and all that, but the fact is, like, credit score just skyrocketed. Like, again, that's very, very touchy place and very, like, gray area, so be careful whoever you put on your credit card as well. So because that may as well as like skyrocket in terms of, in good sense, your credit score, as well as, like, you know, kind of plummeted, because if you start spending like crazy, oh man, they can shutter it a little bit. So those 3 ways can help you out really in the good way. So first of all, understanding. Second of all, you just pay things on time. It's that simple, you know. Go ahead, get the credit card, you know. And you know, the reason for it is like not because you get a idea, just because you don't get like a lot of money and then you just go spend it. No, you just get a credit card and you start using it. So you're basically utilizing credit, but then you still pay it every month. That doesn't make any difference between paying it on credit or paying it on a debit card, because credit card is more protective. It has much more value, and you can do refunds. You can do, hey, I didn't spend that, so they can cancel that. It was easy, rather than debit card. So there's protection involved. And then if you put the credit, you know, start using the credit, but then you utilize it as a debit, to be honest, then you fast track yourself to the point that you're like, okay, you sign to financial institution, you're like, hey, I'm responsible with this, I'm responsible with the money, and the way I do things here, see here, I pay this on time, you're getting things, so they get more assurance over time. And that's why you tell them, hey guys, basically that's what it is, you know, I'm good with the money, I'm paying things on time, hey, come on, man. And they're like, oh yeah, you're doing that, here's more money for you, man. And that's how you pretty much skyrocket your credit score. And that's like a lot of those things haven't been told to me, so I'm sharing my experience. So you're paying things on time, you get your credit card, and then you basically, if you really want to fast track, like, you get your family friend who has, you know, trust you, and you don't be whatever, you know, overspendful or anything like that. You're responsible with the money, so hey, help the brother out. Basically, in that situation, you can fast track your credit score all to the top, and then you'll be in great shape. So those 3 ideas, those 3 things will help you a lot. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe down below. My name is Dmitry, and for more content, stay tuned. Like and subscribe down below. See you next time.